Hello, welcome to another video and what I think will end up being my last vlog of 2022, which is very exciting. I only just decided to make this video as a vlog. I was trying to decide what I wanted my video to be to go live on the day of watching this, or the day I scheduled it to go live if you're not watching it on that day. And I was going to do a little TBR video for the Christmas period, but I realised I've done a lot of TBR stuff at the moment because I've done like books I want to read before the end of the year, books I want to read in this month, and just a couple of different variations of TBRs. So I thought that that would probably be a little bit repetitive, so I'm going to add a TBR into the end of this video, but I wanted this video to be a little build up to Christmas vlog. It is currently Sunday the 18th. Yes, so we have 1 week to go till Christmas. And I will be filming this video up until Thursday/Friday-ish, probably Thursday, I don't know. I am basically trying to wrap up all of my Christmas stuff before Friday so that I can have a break. I don't often take a break off of everything. Normally if I've got time off of my day job, I am then doing more Books Nest work. So it's unusual for me to have a proper break, but every year I make sure that Christmas for me is definitely one of those times where I do get a proper week off. So very, very excited about this year because I get a lot of time off work and I'm gonna have a really good break and a time to chill. I end up getting 13 days off of work, which is very exciting. So it's currently Sunday. I have Monday and Tuesday working my day job. I'm going to be winding down my freelance work on Wednesday and Thursday, and also finishing my Books Nest work Wednesday and Thursday as well. So then from Friday until probably New Year's Day maybe is when I will have my proper break in between. So I'm really looking forward to being able to have that time and just being able to chill. I think it's really important to make that time, and obviously when you are a content creator, you are constantly creating more and more stuff, and you only get that break when you physically have to be strict with yourself and set that time. So that is what I'm doing, and I'm really buzzing. But I thought I would do a little week build-up vlog type of thing for this week. Start it today because I'm filming a crap ton of videos today. This is the third video I have started. Filmed 2 this morning, and I will be filming 1 more today before I sit down and chill for the rest of the day basically, or maybe do a bit of editing, I don't know. But this is video number 3 of the day. I'm currently sat in my filming setup, absolutely freezing, but I've got my heated blanket on, so it's all good. But I wanted to tell you a little bit about the book that I'm currently reading and about the book that I just finished, because I have a new favourite book. I really need to do a favourites video. I will be doing that. I'm doing a video for like the best books I read this year, but I need to do like an overall favourites video as well. So the book that I just finished, it was so good. I'm going to tell you about it in just a second. But for the rest of the week, plan-wise, as I said, Monday, Tuesday, I'm working. And then Tuesday night, I've got my Patreon Christmas party, which I'm so excited about. And then on Wednesday and Thursday, I'm going to be just working my arse off to try and get as much Books Nest stuff done as I can. Friday, I'm going to be going back to my family home in the evening, but first my family are coming to me because every year when I was a child and an adult, basically every year ever, apart from lockdown years, we have gone to the same Chinese on Christmas Eve for dinner, and it makes me very, very happy. And Christmas Eve this year is on a Saturday, and my family moved away from the area that we used to go to this Chinese in, but it's always been the Chinese that we've gone to, and I still live relatively near it, so they are coming here after work on Friday, and we're all going to this Chinese. So it's not going to be Christmas Eve, but it is Christmas Eve, so it counts. But I'm really excited to be able to go back to this Chinese because we haven't been able to go for the last few years. Wait, did we go last year? No, because we locked down late last year, didn't we? So we haven't been able to go for a while. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's such a nice little tradition. So that is the end of my week this week, and then I will be going back to my family home for Christmas, so it's gonna be really good. But let me tell you about these books. So I finished the Book of the Most Precious Substance yesterday by Sarah Gran. This book was truly spectacular. This is a 5-star read, favourite book. I loved it. If you enjoy something like The Shadow of the Wind, clever mysteries, book about books type of thing, and you like the writing style where there's a real passion for the characters running through the writing, you will like this. I kind of think it's like Taylor Jenkins Reid meets The Shadow of the Wind meets some kind of mature, sexy, passionate thing. I don't know what kind of amalgamation that is, but oh my gosh, this book. So this follows our main character who is living a life she doesn't like, and we get to see her life before where she is now, and we get to see how she got to this point. and it's pretty sad. She is a rare book dealer, and she is approached by somebody to try and find the Book of the Most Precious Substance, which is an occult book all about sex magic. And she decides that she's going to try and find this book because she can get quite a lot of money if she does. So she joins up with somebody to go and hunt down this book, and it's quite a journey. It takes her all across the globe and through quite a few different people's lives and experiences. It was just fantastic. It's sexy and it's definitely very sex positive. It's not smutty though. It's done in a very mature, passion-filled way, and I really love that about it. It just completely captivated me, the way that the characters interacted and the way that we saw the relationships in the past from these characters to building new relationships, and the main characters' constant struggles and dilemmas and moral grey motivations was just so good. But the fact that this was a book about books and it had all these other things, the sex positivity, there was quite a strong fiery passion of sexual chemistry between some characters. I bloody loved it. It was absolutely fantastic. Definitely very dark, definitely not a light jolly book, but it was just phenomenal. Do check out the trigger warnings if that is something that you would like to have a look into if you want to read this book, because there's definitely quite a few things going on here, but it was great. 10 out of 10, 5 stars, would absolutely recommend. Fantastic book. So last night I started Jenny Colgan's The Christmas Bookshop. This is completely the opposite, I feel like, of what I just read. I mean, we still have the book selling element. I don't really know what this was about yet because I am only 12 pages in, I'm 1 chapter in. But so far I have met 2 different characters who are sisters. One of them who has just lost her job and she's had to move back home, and the other one seems to be living this like perfect lifestyle. And we're following the sister who's just lost her job and is trying to find a new job and ends up working at a bookshop that's in trouble. I think this is going to be a Christmassy romance. It's already reading in a really nice style. I think this is just exactly the kind of thing that I want to be reading during this week, because I'm definitely going to have a lot going on this week and I just wanted something really chill to be able to read and just fall into and feel even more Christmassy about. So I'm excited to keep going with this one. As I said, only 12 pages in at the moment, so I really haven't read much yet. I did actually finish Come Closer last night as well, which is another Sarah Graham book. It's a really short audiobook. It was about an hour and 30 on double speed, so it's about a 3-hour audiobook. And it was about a woman who is possessed by a demon and about that slowly taking her over. It was really good. It was definitely very atmospheric and very creepy. I think it came out as a 4-star when I ran it through Pile, but that one I also finished last night, so I'm in a bit of a Sarah Graham zone at the moment. But yes, she is an absolutely fantastic author. Also, I have a little bit of a predicament. Goodreads released their year in books, and the shortest book I have read, and I knew this would come back to haunt me, is The Bloody Perfect Poo. I read this on a live show. I completely blame Gav from How to Train Your Gavin, because Gav was commenting on the live show that I would enjoy this book, he felt, and I gave it a go and read it on the live show, and it was just, I mean, it's a romance between a woman and something she really shouldn't be having a romance with. It was a bizarre reading experience. Thanks for that one, Gav. But I now have this book listed as the shortest book of the year that I read, so that's great. I'm really glad that that's the shortest book I've read and that therefore has a pride of place on my Goodreads for 2022. So my challenge is to find something to replace that with, and I think that I can do that with Carol Ann Duffy's Advent Street, which I need to check the page count of, but it's very diddy, so I'm hoping that I can boot The Perfect Poo out of existence, because no, I don't want that on my Goodreads list. So that's gonna just hopefully disappear, and that's a challenge that I also would like to try and achieve this week. I'm now going to crack on with filming all the stuff that I need to film and editing, just trying to get as much done as possible. I contemplated having a day off today, but I thought, you know what, if I get this done now, then at least I know it's done and I can just not have to worry about it so much at the latter end of the week. So hopefully I can get as much done as possible today, but I thought this would be a fun little vlog just to go through the week before Christmas and what I am doing in the build up to trying to have this time off. Okay, you know how I said, oh, by the way, it's the next day, it's Monday. You know how yesterday I said that I wanted to try and read this for my book of under 40 pages to try and push The Perfect Poo off of my shortest read of the year list? It's 48 pages according to Goodreads, so now I'm bitter and mad. So I don't know, I don't think I literally have anything. I don't want to read something completely unrelated to what I actually wanted to read for the sake of pushing this off of the list, but I don't think I've got anything anyway. Somebody did suggest rereading Galatea, but I've only just read that this year anyway, and I feel like it would be too much for the sake of it, and I don't really want to do that, whereas this I actually wanted to read, and it's just not quite long enough, which is so annoying. And obviously Goodreads is saying it's 48 pages, and Goodreads is the thing that's going to put it in the list for me, so Goodreads is correct in this case, but I don't want The Perfect Poo to be on my Goodreads highlights of the year. Anything. Could somebody please just quickly write me a 39 page book, have it logged on Goodreads, and just pop it over to me? That would be great. In other news, I'm gonna go stream now. It's after work on Monday. I have one working day left. I'm so excited. One day left, so I'm gonna go stream. But I just want to drop in and say that because I'm annoyed. Okay, this is where we're at now. I've searched for books under 40 pages. Really helpfully, these ones came up, which are not under 40 pages. I have read 3 of these, or I'm reading this one, and I have this one on my TBR. These are not under 40 pages. This is stupid, but we do have this that I just had a little look through, and I think I could possibly go for this one, which is 25 pages on Kindle for Christmas Bake Off. I mean, that's easy. I'm totally doing this for the sake of it. I completely understand that, but guys, I can't have The Perfect Poo. I don't want it there. Look at it. Look at it just sat there. I mean, it's just such a bad cover. It was definitely a very funny book, like bloody bizarre, but very funny. But, you know, we've got the lovely, magnificent Samantha Shannon, and then this. So yeah, that needs to change. I'm definitely going to be going back to this list and having a look at the under 50 page ones because I need this to happen. It needs to be gone. Hello, it is Tuesday. It's my last day at work before I finish for 13 days, so I'm a little bit excited. I have managed to get so much ticked off of my to-do list over the last week that I feel like this break is going to start a little bit sooner than I thought it would, so even more buzzing. But I have reading updates. So last night I was in bed reading for quite a while actually. I managed to get to page 82. I stopped in the middle of a chapter. Why? Why did I do that to myself? Okay, well, I stopped in the middle of a chapter, that's useful. But I have thoughts on this book. I am actually really enjoying this. This is definitely not the kind of thing I normally go for, but when it's Christmas, I do lean towards these kind of books. It's definitely got the ability to become quite festive. It's currently in the build up to Christmas, so I think it's in November at the moment, and our main character is working at this shop that she wants to help transform because it's a failing bookshop and it's going to be shut down if she can't do something about it. Now I just want to read about that. That is the main part of this book, but there is also a lot in here about her sister and her kids, as in her sister's kids, and I could do without that part, I think. There's a little bit of a judgmental side to this about people, like from the perspective of the characters who have children towards those who don't have children, and there's a lot of judgment there towards people that don't have children from those characters, and I could do without that side of it and without the kids side of it. However, I assume it's going to knit together for some meaning of Christmas family experience type of thing, but so far, pleasantly surprised. Just want to know more about the bookshop and I want to see it transform. This is set in Edinburgh and I have been to Edinburgh once, and it's stuck in my head well enough that I am able to roughly map out where these things are taking place. However, there's also a map at the front of the book which I really enjoy. So there's a handy map at the front to be able to show me where everything is, which is really useful. But yeah, I'm quite enjoying it. I'm quite looking forward to possibly giving myself a day to sit down and read this at some point in the week, now that I definitely have way more ticked off my to-do list. Look, it's all text. It goes onto the back as well. I have a handful of things left to do, and some of those things aren't things I can physically do yet, so I'm feeling good about the list. I'm feeling good about the break. I'm excited. But anyway, it's Tuesday. I have today left at work, and then I have 13 days off. Would you look at the lovely blue sky today? It was raining all day yesterday, and I really needed to take some content photos in my lunch break, and it was pissing it down. And now, look, it's like sunny. It's, oh my god, the bird, that was perfectly timed. It's sunny, it's blue skies, and I have so much stuff I need to do in my lunch break, but I also needed to go to town today, but I feel like I don't want to waste the sun, so I'm very happy it's sunny, but could it be sunny tomorrow as well? I'm trying to get all my Christmassy photos taken today, and because it was so grim yesterday, I just couldn't really get anything with nice lighting. So I'm trying to get everything done like that today, but I also really want to go into town. I need to return something. There's also a couple of last minute bits I wanted to pick up. I do also have my Patreon Christmas party after work today, but I don't want to waste the sun. But there's two things I need the sun for. One, the content, and two, to walk into town. And I feel like I'm gonna have to pick between the two. I think I'm gonna leave town and go tomorrow. It's gonna be really busy, and also if it's raining tomorrow, sorry about my washing machine in the background, if it's raining tomorrow, that's not gonna be fun, but I'm gonna have more time because I'm not gonna be working tomorrow, so I think I'm gonna wait to do that. That might be a regret, but it's so bright in here. I need to take my content photos, so I have about 4 or 5 Christmassy shots, or just general shots that I need to get to be able to fill out the content I have planned for over next week. So I'm gonna do that. It's Wednesday. I am gonna be heading into town today, which I feel like is gonna be a huge mistake because I feel like it's gonna be heaving. I'm hoping it isn't because it is still midweek and in the middle of the day. It's currently like 11:10. So I'm gonna go in soon. I'm gonna grab some lunch in town. I just have like literally a couple of bits I need to pick up, need to return something. Just a couple of bits I need to sort, and I really hope I don't live to regret this decision, but I have not opened my advent calendar yet, so I thought I would do that today. Are we on the 22nd? No, 21st. 21st. Okay, I like to always try and guess what the picture is going to be. So the kind of things we've had so far have been mistletoe, a dove, a wreath, gingerbread man, things like that. So hang on, let me try and pop you down. Hi. Okay, right. So we've got it down here. I like to guess a snowball. I haven't guessed any of them right yet, so this could be my lucky day. But we're gonna go for a snowball. Ah, I got the round shape right. It's a Christmas pudding. Okay, I have a couple more days left to try and get it right. I've got 4 more guesses, so hopefully... Oh wait, I didn't do yesterday. I'm a bad person. Okay. Yesterday's is very long, so what could that be? Have we had a stocking? Maybe a stocking. We haven't. Okay, I'd like to go for a stocking for yesterday. How bad am I? Okay, right. That's cool. I've got magic powers. I can guess the advent calendar. It's a real achievement for me. I don't know why. Okay, I have 3 days left, so more chances to try and guess correctly. It is actually the 21st today. I haven't opened tomorrow's. Yeah, it's the 21st. Okay, clearly I just forgot. So yeah, we have a Christmas pudding and a stocking. This is a really shit angle, but hey ho, I just need to wait for my washing to be done and then I'm heading into town. I will most likely end up at a bookshop at some point. I'm gonna bring my book with me and maybe eat in a cafe and have a read. Quite enjoying it. Hang on, where are we? Where is it? Where am I at so far in it? Sorry for the noise of the washing machine getting gradually louder. I feel like that's all that's been in these clips. I'm trying to get all my washing done before Christmas so that when I go home, I know that there's nothing to come back to. I'm about 120 or so pages in, so I haven't read a great deal more than yesterday, but they're decorating the shop for Christmas and it's making me very happy. I just am loving seeing the transformation of this shop, and I feel like it would work really well as a little film montage. So I'm gonna bring that with me, get some Christmas reading in, and yeah, see how busy town is. However many days before Christmas we are. 4? Is it Wednesday? 4 full days before Christmas. So I'm going to bring my book with me, head in very shortly, and hopefully I can read a little bit whilst I'm in town. Sorry, that washing machine is really loud. Okay, I'm going to wait for that to be done, then I'm leaving. I'm just going to pop on my little Christmas hat before I head out, because, you know, it might be really cold outside, and I feel like I need this to keep me warm. Perfect. it's currently Thursday and I just need a moment of satisfaction for my tree present situation here because I'm about to pack away my presents and put them in bags ready to go home tomorrow evening. But it just looks so satisfying and I don't want to pack it away. So yeah, I needed to document it in some way. Also, I made my own wrapping paper this year. So I basically stamped onto it. There is gold stamps in there as well. I don't know if you can really see. There's one. And then did my own little labels. I did some wax seal stamps. Hang on. So I don't know if you can see properly, but it says North Pole official seal. I'm really pleased with it. Everything is recyclable as well, which was something that I wanted to make sure of, but definitely took me a long time, but I think it looks really nice. So I'm really pleased with it. So I'm going to pack away my presents now. I'm starting to get ready to go tomorrow night. I've kind of reached the point now with my to-do list where I've done all the big things apart from edit this video, which obviously I'm still filming. So I need to just pack stuff away and then I'm pretty much done, which is a weird feeling. I'm not very good at taking time off. I am good at taking small breaks, but bigger ones, I don't know how I feel about them. I excel in my brain and feel best when I am busy. And I feel more energized when I'm busy, but I know that I do need to still incorporate downtime. But I don't know, I didn't have anything to do earlier and I was just sat reading and I was like, this is very strange. I kind of want things to do. So we'll see how the week break goes. But at the moment, I'm just finishing off present-based activities and then packing them all away. And then I am pretty much done, essentially. I'm going to pack properly tomorrow. I'm going out for a pub quiz tonight. It's a Christmas-themed quiz, so that should be fun. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's weird. I'm enjoying the Christmas bookshop a lot as well. One of the things I'm particularly enjoying is they're going to locations that I have been to and I can see them so clearly in my head. They go to the Camera Obscura, which is a really fun place in Edinburgh, and I really enjoy that I can see where they're going because it's being described really nicely, but also because I've been there. So that's a really cool feature, so I'm enjoying that. So yeah, lots of good things. Finished the flat share last night, loved it, so good. Started Emily in Paris season 3, halfway through that at the moment. Basically reading lots and watching lots of TV. One of the things I really liked in the flat share, why am I still holding this? I could just put it here. One of the things I really liked in the flat share was that the main character Tiffany, we've got Tiffany and Leon, if you've not read the book or watched the show, the situation is that they are sharing a flat and a bed, but they are never there at the same time and they don't meet each other. So one of them's there during the day and one of them's there in the evenings. So it's a romance contemporary, and Tiffany in the film, now I can't remember the book very well. I can remember the plot, but I can't really remember the character descriptions or anything like that. So all I'm kind of going off is how they're represented in the TV show. I really loved what they did for Tiffany's character in this because she really had a brilliant sense of style about her. She wore bright colours, she dressed really funky, really cool. She was so confident and sure of herself in who she was as a person. And I think characters like Tiffany are often called quirky and weird, and it's often a kind of thing where characters say how much they love them because of how weird they are and how quirky they are. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it was quite refreshing to see Tiffany be this kind of a character without it being a big thing where people were like, I just love how different you are. Like, she had this brilliant way about her that was just such a confident, non-apologetic way of being, and I bloody loved it. And I loved the fact that that was just what she was like, and there was no need to draw attention to it. There was no need to make it feel like she was anything different from just anybody else existing and being their true self, and I really enjoyed that. I don't know if I've explained that very well. Basically, I thought she was a great character. I felt she was very inspirational and fun to watch. And yeah, I mean, Leon was also great, obviously, but I just felt like there was so much in Tiffany that I really enjoyed seeing how unapologetic she was, and I think that that is something that I would like to get better at myself, so I really liked seeing that in her. So it was really good. I really liked that. It was it 6 parts? I think it was just the right amount of episodes. It didn't feel like it was too long. It didn't stretch itself out too long, and I just, yeah, it felt like it was really good fun. And as I'm saying, I can't really remember the specifics of the book, so I don't know how true it was, but I feel like it was, the plot wise, it felt like it was fairly similar. I honestly can't remember it well enough, but I'm now gonna continue with my wrapping because my camera battery is flashing at me, so goodbye. This is the current setup. Also, that light is coming off of my oil diffuser thing. I'm basically stamping a couple more presents and finishing off some wrapping. I was finished, but I have a couple of last minute bits to wrap, but I don't know, I wanted to do some more wax seal stuff, so I'm gonna do a couple more of these kind of things on the presents and then I'm done. Just, you know, just to give myself a little bit more to do because I literally cannot stop. I like being busy. Hello, it is Friday evening, it's Christmas Eve! And it's not the evening, it's the afternoon. I'm waiting for it to be the evening because my family are coming round in about 2-ish hours, 3, I don't even, I'm trying to pace the day, but I'm very excited to go out for a Chinese tonight. I think I said this is the tradition that we do every year and we weren't able to go for the past 2 years because of lockdown, and we are going tonight. We normally go on Christmas Eve, but I'll settle for Christmas Eve. So that is happening. I've done my makeup and my hair ready, but I haven't got dressed or anything yet. So I'm just kind of doing things in stages before they get here and I can go, and then I go back home for Christmas. I'm trying out a new shade of lip stuff at the moment and I keep thinking it looks like, so I have, my TikTok is broken on one filter and I can never not have it on a filter, and its default filter is this like deep purple lipstick, and it always puts it on no matter what I do. If I put it on a book cover, it like puts the filter on a book cover. It's so annoying. So I usually have to find a filter that's like a no filter filter. So anyway, I keep seeing myself in the viewfinder because we're trying out this new colour and I don't know if I like it or not, but I keep thinking it's that bloody TikTok filter. So trying this out, I think I prefer the red than whatever this is, but it does kind of match my current outfit, so we're giving it a go. If it doesn't work, then that's fine. But I have many things to update you on. I have an unboxing, I have a TBR, I have a review, and yeah, I'm gonna just dive in because I have a couple of books around me and I don't want to be talking for too long because I need to edit this. I have hours, well, literally like a couple of hours to edit this, or to finish the edit and upload it. I don't know if that's gonna be doable or not, but it kind of has to be. So I'm gonna try and go through this at a rapid rate. This intro to this clip has already been far too long, but I finished The Christmas Bookshop by Jenny Colgan. I loved this. I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars. The story itself was really light-hearted and full of hope. There were certainly some moments that weren't all fun and games, but it was just a really sweet story about this woman who is feeling quite lost in her life and comes to Edinburgh, stays with her sister, forms a relationship with her nieces and nephews, and improves this bookshop that is in danger of being shut down. It felt incredibly wholesome. I loved the Edinburgh setting. I loved the character development that we got to see. One thing I have mentioned I wasn't loving, that I continue not to love, is there just a general air of judgment towards people who don't have children. And I wasn't a big fan of that. Initially I thought it was kind of projected characterizations of this character's sister and the nanny that helps look after her children. I kind of thought it was that kind of thing to start with, but there are a couple of comments made I was a bit about, but I'm gonna push them to the side because overall, like, that was literally like a minute part, and overall I just thought this was really great. I actually quite liked the romance in it. I'm not normally a big romance person, but I think it was done in a way that didn't feel overwhelming, it didn't feel too stupid, didn't feel too cheesy. It was a really good balance, and I think having it with the bookshop and having that as being a real drive and having multiple other really strong, meaningful relationships going on in the main character's life, I think that helped balance it all. It was not the focus of the book, even though this is a Christmas romance. So if you are looking for a Christmas book, I think this might be my go-to recommendation now as a Christmas book because it was just fantastic. So this was really, really good, and I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars. I actually also just quickly read Advent Street today by Caroline Duffy. This is a little poem and it is told alongside pictures on Advent Street as somebody is walking home and they are seeing into all of the different windows on this street. It was a really sweet little short wholesome poem, and I just knew that I wanted to read it right before Christmas, and I knew it would be quite a short read. You may have seen earlier in this vlog that I'm obviously trying to get the perfect poo off of my Goodreads Wrapped for the year, and I'm failing. This is 48 pages. I knew that when I read it, but I wanted to read this anyway. I feel like that book's remaining on there. I did mention at the start of this vlog that I was going to potentially pick up a Kindle read, but honestly I just kind of got swept up in this, so I'm just going to leave it. I think I'm going to have to accept it staying on the list. It's fine. Like, I was trying to get it off there, but I just think it's going to be too forced and I don't want to read for the sake of it, so I want to read because I want to read that book and I'm enjoying that book, which I did of these two. So these I have finished. I am now going to be starting a book that is on my TBR that I'm going to show you. So I'm going to be bringing some books back with me. Now I'm trying not to bring too many because I always go overboard, and usually my mum gets me books for Christmas. So I've got a stack of 3. 2 of them are chunkier and 1 of them is thinner, so I'm hoping that it's a fairly good balance. But also I am coming back through my town to go see the other half of my family on Boxing Day. So if I feel like I need to pick anything else up, I can very easily just stop back in and grab something else. So I may add to this, but let me show you what's on the TBR and what I will be reading next. So the book I will be reading next is The Winter Garden by Alexandra Bell. Very excited about this. It sounds very whimsy. It sounds kind of the Night Circus, Midnight in Everwood, kind of combination of those type of things. I've heard very good things about it. I got this as a gift last year from a friend and have been waiting until this year to read it. I don't think this is necessarily a Christmas themed book, but obviously it is a winter themed book. So I am really looking forward to reading this one and hopefully it giving me the same kind of vibe and atmosphere that Midnight in Everwood did when I read that over the Christmas break 2 years ago, so I have high hopes. So this will be what I start later today. I'm also bringing back with me Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. I'm excited by this. I missed out on the Hobbalong, or whatever it was called. What was it called? The Elder Lingalong, was that what it was? I think Hobbalong's a good name though, but I missed out on that. And I think if I'd have been a bit more on the ball, I would have taken part in that and I would have been able to read all of the books alongside everyone that was reading them and all the creators that were hosting. That would have been really good fun to be able to read alongside with, but I missed it. So I am going to attempt this series at my own pace. I've heard brilliant things. I actually think that if it wasn't for watching vlogs from the Elder Lingalong from creators, it is called that, isn't it? Elder Lingalong. Elder Longalong? You know, the Hob read along that loads of creators hosted recently. And I think seeing everyone read the last book and how emotional they got, I want that feeling. I also don't want that feeling because it looked like pain, but I love it when a book makes you feel so enthralled and so gripped that you just have that kind of feeling. Also, this is Abby, who is my colleague at Paper and Words' favourite series, so I feel like I have to give it a go for Abby as well. So it's a fantasy, that's all I know, and I'm not going to know any more than that. I know that there's lots of different series within one big overriding series, but I am ready to, am I ready to get my heart broken? I don't know, this is book one of many, many books. I know this is a long series and I'm not expecting this to happen quickly. I don't even know if I'll get to this over the Christmas break, but I wanted to have a fantasy like this, so I'm bringing this one back with me. Obviously if my mum gives me books, I'm more likely to read those than I am these two. Obviously I'm going to be reading The Winter Garden today, so I will finish that before I read anything else, but the two, oh my god, why am I not making any sense? The one that I just showed you and the one I'm about to show you, I'm less likely to read them if I get books for Christmas. Good job it's the end of the vlog, because apparently words are not there for me today. I'm also bringing home The Skeleton Key by Erin Kelly. This is a chunky read, I think. I think this is going to be one that I really enjoy. This excites me because this is centric around something or inspired by something that I really enjoyed as a child. So there's an author called Kit Williams, and when I was a child, my mum had this book that had all these pictures with hidden pictures within the pictures, and it was created by Kit Williams. And I think at the time this book was published, it was like almost a treasure map for people to actually go out and find something in the real world. And I obviously read it a lot after that, but I really loved that as a child. And this book, I believe, is quite heavily inspired by, I think the book was called Masquerade. Yes, it was heavily inspired by Masquerade, which was released in 1979, and it was called A Treasure Hunt Phenomenon. So I picked this up because I thought this sounded really interesting as a concept. So this book is about a book that was published 50 years ago, and it's a fairy tale, it's a treasure hunt, and this is following the author of that book, who is giving it one final publicity push, even though his family are really against the idea. And he is trying to give this push to help people find the single remaining piece of this puzzle that's unaccounted for. So I think this book, similar to the Masquerade book, is a kind of puzzle to piece together to get a prize overall, and I think there's some danger involved there. I thought this sounded like a good one to bring back with me for a read over the Christmas break. I do like reading these kind of chunkier books that hopefully make me think a little bit more and have a really good mystery woven through them over this time of year, so I'm excited. So I've got my little 3-book TBR. I'm saying little, that's quite a chunky TBR. As I said, I don't necessarily expect to get to these two, but I will definitely be starting The Winter Garden later today. So finally, before I head off, I have got my Fairyloot adult box that arrived today, so I want to unbox that for you now. So this is going to be the December Fairyloot adult book, so if you don't want to see that, then skip ahead to this timestamp here. I am a rep for Fairyloot, so I have been sent this book as part of that rep term. If you would like to receive 5% off the first box in your monthly subscription of the YA subscription, you can use the code I do believe in fairies at checkout. I have forgotten what this book is, so let's have a look at the spoiler card. Fairy Lore. Ooh, I've seen this about. I didn't realise that Fairyloot were doing this. This is Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. I had no idea that Fairyloot were doing this. I feel really out of the loop with actually trying to guess what these books are going to be. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Oh, let's have a look under the dust jacket. Oh, we have end pages. I don't know anything about this book, but I have seen it about the place. Oh my gosh. Look at that design. That's so beautiful. We've got the back end pages. Let's have a look at what this is actually about. Because yes, as I said, I've seen it about. Love the cover, love the name, but I don't know anything about it. Enter the world of the hidden folk and discover the most whimsical, enchanting and romantic tale you'll read this year, starring the intrepid Emily Wilde. Emily Wilde is good at many things. She is the foremost expert on the study of fairies. She's a genius scholar and a meticulous researcher who is writing the world's first encyclopedia of fairy lore. But Emily Wilde is not good at people. She prefers the company of her books and her dog Shadow. So when she arrives in the hard-scrambled village of Hurnsvik? I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, but I will check. Emily has no intention of befriending the gruff townsfolk, nor does she care to spend time with another new arrival, her dashing and insufferable handsome academic rival, Wendell Bambley. I like these people's names. But when Emily gets closer to uncovering the secrets of the Hidden Ones, the most elusive of all fairies, she also finds herself on the trail of another mystery. Who is Wendell Bambley, and what does he really want? To find the answer, she'll have to unlock the greatest mystery of all, her own heart. So I'm assuming this is a fantasy romance by the sounds of it. This is very beautiful. I am very pleased that I had this. This is a really stunning edition. So this is the December Fairyloot adult book. Okay, this is the end of the vlog because I need to go and edit it. I really hope I can get this up in time. I mean, it will be up regardless. It's just whether I have to come back here after the Chinese and go back separately with everyone else because I'm going to be driving back. I assume my mum's going to come in my car and then we'll drive back together, and then my stepdad and my sister will be in another car. I don't know, but basically, plan is go to the Chinese, come back here, grab my stuff, and then just drive back to my family home. But if I've not finished editing this video, then I cannot do that. So I need to stop talking and round off the vlog. Thank you so much for watching. I've had a lot of fun filming this week, so I really hope you've enjoyed watching. If you have enjoyed, please do give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you will be reading over the Christmas break. If you've got time off over Christmas, let me know. I know a lot of people are still obviously going to be working over the Christmas period, but do let me know what you will be reading regardless. You can also subscribe to see more of my face on your feed in the new year. I've got lots of exciting content planned. Lots of fun things coming for my patrons as well. If you did want to check that out, I will leave a link down below so you can check out all the extra things I do with my patrons. We just had a Christmas party this week and it was so much fun. You can also find a link down below to my online shop where I sell Lightroom presets. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for supporting my content this year. I really hope you all have a lovely, lovely Christmas. Keep smiling, stay positive, and Merry Christmas.